Hi, so we're going to go through a couple of different exercises that are going to work the mid-back muscles. With daily living now, a lot of people know are very weak and lengthened in the rhomboids between the shoulder blades, the mid and lower traps, posterior deltoids, so the shoulder, and the rotator muscles. So, hunched over a computer, driving and so forth, forward posture cause a lot of back issues. So we're going to go through some simple exercises that you should be able to do at home with very limited equipment. First one, you can do horizontal arm extensions with a resistance band. So I'll just stand up and show you this. Flexible band. You don't want it too tight at the beginning, so keep your hands about shoulder width apart and your hands about chest height. And then as you breathe in, bring the band against the chest, wrists nice and stable, not bending or flexing at the wrists. Lean back with the elbows, squeeze the shoulder blades together, breathe out, come back to the start. Breathe in. So from the side, lean with the elbows, breathe in, let the band go against the chest, squeeze the shoulder blades together. Now, a very simple exercise. I do those in reps of between, 10 and 20. 15 is the ideal number. You don't want this too tight to start because that physically won't stretch any further, that's going to snap, so that's a bit of a pointless. So don't have such a tight band that you can't get full extension of the arms going back. Lead with the elbows going backwards, so a slight flexion in the elbows. Breathe in, squeeze back, breathe out. Okay, so a very simple exercise you can do with the resistance band. I would do those, like I said, sets of 15, 2 or 3 sets a day, be fine. Something else you can do, you don't need a wall bar like this, but if you've got something like a stairs banister or a line post, or just anything sturdy, even got a chair, which is very, very heavy, or someone sitting on a chair for you. Just wrap that round somewhere. Take a stand with this back. I'd have the bands coming down and then bring that over there a bit more. Start with some tension on the band. Keep the back nice and tall. Shoulder blades brace back, shoulders back, breathe in. Bring the hands to the waist level, so between the rib cage and the pelvis. Breathe in, slowly breathe out. So keep the elbows close to the body, but going behind the body, so you're really squeezing the shoulder blades together. Push the chest forward and try and prevent any ducking with the chin and the head. Breathe in, slowly back, and we'll come back with a bit more tension on the band. Okay, so it's important to keep, again, the posture nice and tall posture, elbows coming back, chest forward, breathing in, to pull back, breathe out, let the band come forward, and don't let your posture go as you let the tension off the band. Okay, so that's 2 exercises you can do with the resistance band. I'm going to go over to some wall slides now. So the next exercise to work the muscles of the mid-back, a wall slides. So also you need a nice flat wall. I would recommend you take your rings and watches or anything off your hands and wrists so you don't damage those or the wall. So what we're looking to do here is start off in a hands up or a stick up position and work the hands and arm up against the wall, keeping as much of the backs of the arms and the wrists in contact with the wall as possible. So we're aiming to get the flat pelvis or the sacrum flat against the wall, the shoulder blades against the wall, and the head, and that should give you a slight arch in the lower back. So when you're against the wall, your feet can be 6 or so inches away from the wall, but the flat of the pelvis, shoulder blades, and the head against the wall. Now in this position, you should be able to get your hand through the arch in your lower back and between the wall, about halfway. So if you can get your hand all the way through, then that's too much of an arch. Your pelvis is more likely tilted forward, so you need to just pull the top of the pelvis back a little bit. And if you can't, you can get your fingertips through, then you need to tilt the pelvis forward a little bit more. Okay, so you should be able to get a little bit of an arch there. Now, put your hands up into a stick-up position. Some people might find this too difficult to do anyway, without excessively arching the back. So keep that arch that we found just now. Put hands up into a 90 position, so stick-up position, and breathing in. Raise the hands up as far as you can. Breathe out, bring them back down. Now I'm bending my fingers because there's a bit of trunking above here. Now the aim is to keep as much of the arm and wrist in contact with the wall all the way up. Now if you can get a good position here with fairly much the whole arm against the wall, and as you raise up you get that gap there, just go as far as you can, just even if it's 1 or 2 inches in that range, and work the muscles of the mid-back. It might feel quite tense in the back. That obviously means that you need to do this exercise. Now I would do this in repetitions of maybe a 10 or so. Go into another exercise, have a break, and then come back and do another set of 10 or 15 even. So it's important to keep that correct arch in the lower back. Breathe in, breathe out. So eventually you're aiming to get full range with it. You don't want the arms coming off the wall or the elbows coming away. As much contact with the wall all the way up without losing this arch in the lower back. So that's your wall slides. So we're going to move on to some more exercises for the mid-back and shoulders, posterior shoulders. You should be able to do these at home with minimal equipment. If you've got one of these Swiss balls or gym balls, excellent. But you can alternatively lie on a flat bench or across the end of the bed if you can anchor your feet down. But let's go with saying you have a Swiss ball, some light weights. These are 2 kilos each, so I don't know, get some tins of beans, or the weight is not that important. It should be fairly challenging. Fill some water bottles up. Get the action right first. Okay, so first of all, if you've got a Swiss ball, get your feet against the wall to anchor yourself, and then just get the ball underneath the midsection, and the pelvis area, so it's not up on your chest. Now you want to raise up a little bit. Okay, so T's, you're going to be going out to the side, squeezing the shoulder blades, keeping the arms fairly straight, but a slight flexion in the elbow, slight bend in the elbow, and Y's, going forward without any movement from the body. So you're going to get a good back workout and a good core workout here as well. Okay, so we'll start with the T's. Have the weight so you can hold them and your body is just up a little bit, and from there breathe in. So you're leading with the elbows, there's just a little bit of flexion of the elbows, squeeze, you can hold that a bit longer, and down. So 10 to 15 reps of those. Then your Y's, turn the knuckles so your knuckles are facing forwards, and then almost like a Superman, push against the wall, breathe in. So what you're aiming for there is to get the arms at least at ear level, if not a little bit further past. Okay, you're really going to need to have your feet anchored for that one, because obviously the arms out there alters your center of gravity. Okay, so then we have these. So upper arms out at 90 degrees, perpendicular forearms, weights hanging down, and then just rotate the arms upwards. And trying to get them so the forearm is horizontal. Again, you're still raised up a little bit, so you're not down here trying to do that. So you're not there, it's up, there. Okay, final one. Starting again with the knuckles facing forwards. Bring the arms out and squeeze the shoulder blades together. Okay, so there you have 4 very simple exercises. Again, you don't need one of these. Do this over the edge of the bed or a sofa, have someone securing your feet. And you can do a set of each one of those of around 15 reps per exercise. Put that into a program with the other exercise we showed you, and on the way to getting a healthy back again.